Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Driven Wyld. Today we are talking about when restaurants cause latenesses for catering orders. So recently, Budsoda and I conducted a live stream, which we always hold on Tuesdays at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we went into a lot of really deep discussions about multi-apping recently. One of those was about ezCater and how they're very particular about orders being delivered on time. But we also got pretty deep into the subject of how restaurants and them changing the orders or changing certain aspects of these orders has greatly affected drivers' incomes, other customers' orders, and just orders in general. And we went over some pretty deep war stories and policies about ezCater that some people don't even know about. So with that said, we are talking about everything that is being said about this subject during this live stream, what they say versus how it actually is, and everything in between. But before we do that, let's go over a quick disclaimer. The content of this video does not contain, is never intended to be, legal, business, financial, tax, or health advice of any kind. This video is for entertainment purposes only. It is advised that you conduct your own research and consult qualified professionals before applying anything you find online. I also want to be clear that everything that was discussed in this live stream and in this video is very market dependent. What applies to me and my market or Budsoda's market may not apply to you. So with all of that said, enjoy the clip. Yeah, and that's the thing about catering orders. Number one, ezCater is anal about that, and as they should be. Like, if they're managing one of the biggest platforms for catering, and they're having such consequences to where they'll literally take you off their platform, yeah, they better be anal towards their drivers too. Like, have that universal standard. So I actually kind of agree with them on that. Like, either commit to one side or commit to the other. Like, either be lackadaisical and be whatever about it, kind of like Olo and other like dispatch companies are, or be the best and be absolutely anal about making sure everything is done on time. It's annoying for sure, but like, I understand the mindset. That's what I'm trying to say. And then there's the point of like ezCater. Like, if you're taking multiple ezCaters on, like, let's say food fetch and deliver, like you were describing, you would very much be like, they would not be okay with that. And I know that I remember talking to, who was it? One of the company owners of one of the dispatch companies that I've worked with. I'm not sure if it was Time to Eat So Flow or if it was Food Fetch, but they would be like, nope, if you're running it too tight, I'd rather you just give up the order. Like, I run it by me first, like, make sure it's okay. And you know what? I've done that to where I had a order that was running pretty tight with another order. And he said, thank you. And they actually were able to get it out on time. And thank God everything was on point, because I remember taking IHOP orders. This was Food Fetch. Popeyes was already a nightmare, and I've made multiple videos about how Popeyes was consistently a nightmare. Thank you, folks. But one of the things that I have, one of the things I had with an IHOP is that the customer requested a time change for when the order was to be delivered, right?
Oh, no. Yeah, I remember this.
Yeah. And because of that, the IHOP interpreted what she heard as she should finish the order by the time the new drop-off time was. And I was sitting there for an extra 40 minutes. And this wasn't like Deliver That, where at the time they would pay full pay. This was for Food Fetched, and this is a smaller company, so they really don't have the pull to actually do that, or the compensation ability to do so. Not to mention, it was 7 o'clock in the morning. When else was I going to get a $40 order 7 o'clock in the morning? So I had to ask for the refund, not the refund, but the late fee that associated with that. And that was a long time that they should have had their crap together. ezCater was on their ass, and I don't think I've gotten another IHOP order at the same location since. Like, I've gotten IHOP pickups before since, but it's not at that location. Like, they were like, "Nope, you're out of here. We're not working with this place anymore," and for good reason, realistically.
Yeah, here's the problem I've run into is customers will try to just call the merchant instead of getting with ezCater like they should and change the time. And even when they do, they'll be like, "Oh, can you do it this time?" And the restaurant still has no idea. And 90% of the time, they want it earlier, and it completely screws you. It's like I could bet I'm going to be very late. It's probably going to be near the original time or after the original time because the restaurant's still going to do it by what it originally said.
You know, it's funny you mention that because the last time I had this problem specifically, when was it? ezCater had me. ezCater had what was the order? No, deliver that. I was picking up an Ethio's Greek bistro order, and I had a food fetched order immediately, like not immediately, but close enough after that to where I didn't really have a whole lot of wiggle room to work with. And I get to Ethio's, and they were saying, "Hey, they wanted to change the time to later. Is that going to be okay?" No, it is not. I literally cannot do that. I have another order. Sometimes I'll work with them. Sometimes I'll be like, "You know what? You need me to wait an extra 20 minutes? Fine." I physically cannot do that this time. And the realtor was fine at the time, but thank God that it was as flexible as it was because I had just enough room and got there literally on time for the next order. And that was a day to say the least. That was a good $33 order after that.
So what's been going on is people repeatedly, I think delivered has one of the longest windows, usually 10 to 15 minutes. But I've had them tell me, "Oh, don't worry about it. You got 25 minutes. Yeah, you got plenty of time." And I got there in between 15 and 20 because I said I was going to be late. That's the previous order went long. It's not anything that I could have done about it. It's just I was sitting there waiting at the first restaurant. "Oh, wait, crap, we had an ezCater? What?" And they have to start out from scratch when it's like 10 minutes to the pickup time. Right. That's why I don't really have shame about walking in a place half hour early, or even before open, knocking on their door saying, "Hey, I'm here for that ezCater." "Wait, we have an ezCater? Oh, thank God you told us." And I'm getting out of there 10 minutes late instead of freaking 20, 30, 40 minutes late,
Yeah,
that's another reason.
Started on
I know, ezCater don't like you arriving places early, but as far as the restaurant, I kind of would just be polite about it. If you know at the problem restaurant that they always take a long time, maybe showing your face earlier will get them kind of get going on it, but that's all you can do.
It's funny that you mention that because some restaurants, if you arrive too early, I remember arriving a little early for a Cold Stone pickup for Deliver That, and it was a cake order. And Deliver That is a catering app, and when I got there, I said I had a catering pickup for for whoever it was. It was an Olo order or something. Now, in my mind, that's what it was. It was a catering order. But she was mean about it. She said I was early and that she was going to report me for being early. And I was like, and she was incredibly rude the whole time and was accusing me.
I have no problem waiting till the time. I'm just letting you know I'm here.
Yeah, that wasn't translating in her mind for some reason. She was trying to make it sound like I was this horrendous person for just trying to literally talk to them saying, "Hey, listen, I know I'm early, may I use your bathroom while I wait? And I'm here for this order. And apparently I was the rudest person in the world. And I made a video about it. I reported to deliver that. Deliver that almost didn't even pay me for that order because, like, I was like, no, I'm not tolerating the disrespect that they're treating me. And in the past, whenever I was disrespected and discriminated against that way, they would at least make sure I was paid for my for doing the work that I did and getting there on time. Nope. Nope, they were trying to withhold it. I spent 40 minutes on the phone fighting with Brianna, like, Darian's I don't know if it's daughter or wife, but whoever is in driver experience, I was fighting with her about it, and I was
Yeah,
furious on the subject.
yeah. So you were clearly ticked off, and that probably came across, and they probably thought you were being rude because of that. And in some cases, ezCater on the other end has a customer that's pressuring them. You know, what the driver wants to flake. They want to leave my order. What do you mean? It's like, well, the restaurant's being unreasonable. And I don't know how many times people will keep ordering from these same restaurants that are absolutely awful. Like, I went to, I'll leave the name out of it, but I went to a franchise location that has multiple franchises across Pittsburgh region. I
Sure.
went to the one in the city in Oakland.
Mhm.
And they were so mean and nasty and didn't even start on it until I walked in. I sat there 40 minutes past the time. And they're like, well, they better not charge us for that. I'm like, well,
You
you're
chose
past
not to
the
do your
time.
job. You
They're
chose
past,
not to
it's
do your
past the
job.
time. That's up to ezCater, not me.
Right?
So I got paid like 10 and change for wait time. And, that was nice. But dealing with those people, like, I just tried to say as little to them as possible. Please, thank you, kill them with kindness. I'm like, I'm yin, he's yang. We're opposites of each other, so that's why we
Mhm.
make such a great combo on here, guys. And like, I'm very reasonable, patient as much as I can be, but I do have patience problems and my temper. Once you get it past that line, I will absolutely blow my crap. And I have to just say, okay, I'm going outside, and I run out the door and I just leave. I find that often, like, then I'm going to be obviously cut out, maybe getting on Lisa's voice chat or something and be like, what's that? Look at this miserable experience. Listen to this miserable experience I just had, and I rant to them for a few minutes, get it off my chest. and,
Right.
like, yeah, so, like, people who can relate. So, like, I, I'm laughing about now, but at the time, it's so infuriating when restaurants do that. Like, I was absolutely about to lose my crap on Cracker Barrel the other day. Like, because this
Mhm.
one was good when I was here before, and they were getting their crap on time because they were getting a lot of consistent orders. But I'm gonna guess they haven't been getting as much ezCater lately. So they're like, whatever,
Mm.
put it back order, let's wait for it to drop when you have a full in-house and you got Doordash and Uber, Grubhub ringing off the dang hook because they had all three going out the door. Are you here for this? Are you here for that? Well, your back says Grubhub because one of my bags said Grubhub. And it's like, no, I'm here for the ezCater, I said. I'm like, it's this one. And they're like, well, we don't have that number because they didn't have the printout done. They just have whatever their number is and maybe the customer client name. So on my end, I didn't have the client name. I just knew where it was going. So I got
Right.
kind of screwed up. I was trying to explain to them what's in the order. It's like, it's got to be the only one you have. So, yeah, as far as multi-apping and being risky with it, only do it with, I said, Core Life. Like, the one here in Watertown's wonderful. So, like, I would risk it with him and doing multiple at a time. Like, I did 4 at one time
Mhm.
with him. And they're all going to these, to the hospital, the medical offices I just literally passed by as I'm driving
Yeah.
south down to Watertown right now, Route 11. So, like, they're all going this direction. So it's like, I'm going here, I'm going there, da, 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 da. And they're like, well, make sure you're marking them complete in the app in time. And the only one I've been late on was the last one, but I marked it complete before I rolled up. And the guy just texted me and says, hey, it's complete. Like, where are you? It's not here yet. I'm like, oh, I'm just down the street. I'm just doing it to satisfy ezCater. Yeah, I knew it was before noon, so I was cool. but ezCater said 11:35 that day for some reason, and I was there at 11:40, so it wasn't a big deal.
For sure.
It's like 11:41 I rolled in.
If you guys also want to be part of the conversation and get deep into the details of what it actually takes to succeed as a gig worker and to even build out an exit strategy or anything of that sort, make sure you join us on Tuesdays at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the live stream Budsoda and I conduct. We go into a lot of really deep topics, and a lot of times the interactions end up bringing up topics that we didn't even intend to go into, so make sure you're joining us for that. And if you want to be part of the discussion even further and really level up as a gig worker, make sure you join the Driven Wyld Discord server, where we have these kind of conversations regularly. The Driven Wyld Discord community is exclusive for gig workers looking to expand their knowledge and expertise in their self-employment and entrepreneurial journey. I've partnered with high-level professionals, bring you some of the most exclusive benefits based on your personal needs as a gig worker. Exclusive professional opportunities and gig postings, live streams with high-level professionals in our industry, educational systems designed to help you build your own dispatch company or delivery service provider, as well as other scalable opportunities. By the way, we also kicked off our Build Your Own Delivery Service Provider course, and we are changing the game and transforming how businesses serve customers and how gig workers get greater opportunities with you. So whether you're a gig worker looking for more opportunities to earn or an exit strategy, because the gig economy is an income bridge, what would be a long-term goal and not the goal, and you would like to see something with more growth potential and scalability, there's something here for you. Check the link in the description and get started with making the most amount of money in the least amount of time and in the safest possible way. We are excited and looking forward to helping you secure your financial future. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. As always, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys next time.
Rise up, shake off that 9-to-5 rust. In this wild world of hustle we trust. Break them all, leave them all in dust. Driven was the only wave of must.